Hey, what's going on, beautiful royal family? All praises to the Most High God of Israel. All praises, family. I wanted to come in front of y'all. I want to have a discussion with you, and it is in regards to the royal gathering. As you see, I went ahead and released the ad or whatnot, showing that we're making way. We're making way, and I'm going to handle this differently than I handled it last year. Okay, so everybody remember all of those scriptures that we brought out last year. If you don't remember, you can go right back and review it again. But this time around, I want to do something different because I got to show y'all that this is a network of things, and especially right now at this moment, to where your hard-heartedness is keeping things from happening. Now, ultimately, will it? No. But it means that it could possibly be not a good turnout. Not for us. So, I want to read this here really quick. I want everybody, please, to go to the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 14. I'm going to take it from there and read it down because y'all have to understand this is talking about talents and things like that, right? Watch this. And I need to show y'all that this gathering is real. First, verse 14. For the kingdom of heaven is a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. All right. So here's what's happening. Several years ago, 4 years ago, to really be exact, the Father, for whatever reason, raised me up. All praises to the Father for him. All praises. And he's like, yo, you're going to create this thing called a royal gathering where you're going to have my people assemble. I said, okay. I did it. And we've had 3 of them. So far, this is the 4th. And they have progressively gotten better every year. Every year. So this is something that is supposed to be happening. And I'm making sure that everyone understands that, okay? The royal gathering is an established piece in our kingdom. But there's a purpose for it. There's a reason. Let's see what that is. Verse 15. And unto one he gave 5 talents, and another 2, and to another 1. And to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. So let me explain that. There are a lot of things that I know how to do. There are a lot of things in the world of production that I am very, very capable of doing. I have an education there. So what happened? The Father said, yo, all those things that you loved, right here, you're going to use all that for me. And you're going to go into these buildings and you're going to put on a production. But not only are you going to put on a production because it's not only about you, but you are going to help raise up others and let them show their talents. That is what the royal gathering is for. A collection of talents that represent the Most High God of Israel. I need y'all to understand, in that world, they don't allow us to do that. But God gave us a place to do it. He gave us that place. Many of our hands right now are on that plow. Many of your hands are on that plow. So let me just be real when I say that. Many of us have already contributed to the gathering. I've contributed and am still contributing. Many of you have contributed and thank you so much. But many of you have not. And you know why? Hard heart. Closed fists. For whatever reason. I don't know why. But guess what? You're standing in the way of progress. A progress that has already been anointed. Now you're going to have the people, oh, well, if it's anointed, then it's really going to happen. Well, guess what? It is going to happen. But now the Father has to start to see who's a part of the anointing. These scriptures are here for a reason, guys. This is not me trying to take anything and move it. I'm just reading it. Now let's continue. Verse 16, then he that had received 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them other 5 talents. That's what we do throughout the gathering. We're trading talents. Do you know when you see all those graphics and all that stuff up there and everything like that? Do you know who's operating that? Do you know who created all those? I'm not even going to say. Use your discernment to figure out who created all of that. And then when it's their time to get on stage and do all that, my talents are traded with the talents of the audio technicians, video production, lighting. We're up there trading all these talents so that those that were chosen to be on that stage, to bring out their talents for each and every last one of the children of Israel. Because remember, we don't just say, oh, no, only royal family members are here. No, this is for all of Israel. It doesn't matter. There has been many people from camps that have come out or whatnot. And remember, it was nothing but love. Nothing but love. Let's continue. Verse 17. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. Y'all see that? You see how this is making sense? Watch. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. You see that? And when we're back there in production, all that stuff is going on. People are seeing things. They're watching how I'm working. I'm looking at things. I'm watching how they're working. I'm looking at Queen Carly. I'm looking at her screen presence. I'm looking at King Yada. Last year, one of the things with King Yada, one of the craziest things last year that happened when right before I came out, because in the place they were rushing us out. They was rushing us out the place. And King Yada came out and stirred up that crowd, man. It was insane. And even afterwards, he and I went back and it was like, yo, look at this, yo. And it was crazy. And you know what the crazy thing about it was? He and I, we did not rehearse that. That's what happens when things are in the spirit. Those people in that building, the audio people, oh yeah, they try to sabotage. They do that, man. Remember, we're dealing with our enemies. And a lot of y'all don't realize the heartbreak that comes into y'all see the final result. Y'all don't see what goes into this, you know? And there is a lot that goes into this, from rejection to the stress of having to deal with people. I'm telling y'all, there's so much that goes into this, but none of that matters, because the only thing at the end of the day is that I want y'all to have a wonderful experience. And I think we've achieved it every time. Let's go. Verse 20. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. You see that? You are rewarded. For one, when you're sharing your talents. And of course, when you give. You saw I mentioned a part right there about the money. The one took it and hid his money. Let's see what happened. Let's go. Let's see what happened to him. Let's see what happened to when I hid that money. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there that is thine. His Lord answered and said, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sowed not, and gathered where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received my own usury. Take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which have 10 talents. I need y'all to understand that, yo. The father's like, yo, he didn't give many people talents. Some people have many, some have a few, some have 1. Your 1 talent may be to like, all right, yo, let me bless these brothers and sisters over here that's doing this work. Even when you don't use that 1, the father says, yo, you done. I gave you 1 thing to do and you didn't do it. I'm just watch. So now let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 7. And I'm just showing all of y'all this here because this is for you. This is not for me. This is for you. Because production is still going on. Again, many of our hands are already on that plow pushing. Yours aren't. So now we're waiting to see whose hands are going to join on this plow. Every man according as he purposes. Should be on 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 7. Every man according as he purposeth in his heart, so let him give, not grudgingly or of necessity, for God loveth a cheerful giver. I'm trying to tell you, yo, God said, yo, he loves a cheerful giver. That means something. That means something. So I'm going to say this. Y'all see the GoFundMe? It's there. There's a number that we have to hit. Just like every other year, this isn't anything brand new. That's why I'm not even going to talk to y'all like that. This is not anything brand new. But many of you need that reminder to put your hand on the plow. Okay? So that's what I'm saying, guys. There is a number that we do have to hit. And be a cheerful giver. Be a cheerful giver. Just think about it. I'm out here every week for you, except for when I take a break because I need it. But is there ever a time that is not spoken of in advance that I would tell you, like, all right, I'm going to take off for a second or whatnot? Or am I here every week bringing this out to you? Okay? Guys, let's trade these talents. Let's make this happen so that I can handle everything I got to handle. So that we can go ahead and drop that location and start getting our tickets so that you guys can plan and do everything that y'all need to do. And I started this early, so early, so that it can give you guys the advantage, so that you can have more time to prepare and stuff like that. I did the early part for you. All right. So guys, take advantage of it. And I just thank everybody right now whose hand is pushing that plow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I say this, unfortunately, and I'm already doing it. Unfortunately, we may have to cover for those that won't. But that's just the truth. But my hand is still on the plow, and it will not get off of it until the Father returns. I love you guys. Let's make this happen.